Good morning students. We are dealing with chapter 1. Last video we have discussed the property of addition and subtraction. Today we are going to discuss properties of multiplication and division of integers. In this the first property is closure property. Here if closure property says that if we take any two integers a and b and the product of this two integer will be an integer only. Okay, always the product of two integers will be equal to an integer. You can take any two integer. Suppose minus 2 into 1 will be equal to what? Minus 2, that is integers. Okay, so division. For division, is it true or not? We have to see. So if we take any two integer and divide it, suppose minus 4 divided by 2. So we will get here minus 2. Yes, it is an integer. But is it always true that if we divide any integer with the other, then we will get integer only? Let's see. If we take any number like 3 divided by 2, then 3 divided by 2, we will get 1.5. It will go in decimal. So it is not necessary that if we divide any two integers, so we will get always integer only. We can get the number in decimal also. Okay. So closure property for division is not true. But closure property for multiplication is true. Got it? So now commutative property. This property says that A into B will be always equal to B into A. Means A, two integers are there. If you multiply this and this first, or if you multiply B to A, both the value will come always true, equal. So suppose A is minus 2 and B is 3. Then minus 2 into 3 we will get what? 6. And suppose B is 3 and A, definitely A is minus 2 and B is 3. So 3 2 ja minus 6. Here also 3 2 ja minus 6 because it is in minus. Minus plus minus. Okay. So both are equal here. So closure property, commutative property for multiplication is true. But for division, let's see, if we divide A divided by will be equal to B divided by A. Let's check. Suppose we will divide 4 divided by 2. Then we will get here 2. 2 2 ja 4. But 2 divided by 4. So let's check. 2 divided by 4. 2 1 ja 2. 2 2 ja 4. We will get here 1 by 2. Here we are getting 2, but here 1 by 2. So for division, this commutative property is not true because this side is not equal to this side. Got it? But commutative property for multiplication is always true. Got it? Now come to the associative property. This property says that if we take any three integers a, b, c, then a into b bracket into c will always be equal to a into b into c. Means bracket here and here we have given. So here this bracket shows that we will multiply this 2 first. After that we will multiply with this. And this bracket shows that this we will multiply first. After that we will multiply a with this. So let's check the value. Suppose a is minus 2, b is 3. And we will multiply this 2 first and c is 4. Okay, here also put a is minus 2, b is 3 and c is 4. Okay, let's check both the value will come same or not. 3 2 ja minus 6 because it is in minus. Minus 6 into 4 minus 24. Here first we will multiply this bracket 1. So 3 4 ja 12. 12 2 ja minus 24. You can see both are same. So associative property for multiplication is true. Now we will check for division. So associative property, suppose a divided by b divided by c will be equal to b a divided by b divided by c. First we have put the bracket here, then here. Okay. Definitely the division will not true because you know a divided by b. If this commutative is not true, then how associative will be true? Definitely it's different values we will get. You can check it. This is your work to check. Okay. Suppose a value is 2, b is 4, c is 6. Then again you just find out its value and then you have to see RHS. This side is equal or not. Okay. you will see it will never come equal. So So for division, associative property is not true. For multiplication, associative property is true. Got it? Now the third we have done. Now fourth property is existence of identity for multiplication. Existence of identity, multiplicative identity. Identity shows that if we have to divide any number with 1 or 1 divided by that number, we will get always the same value. You can see 1 into 9 and 9 into 1. It will always give 9 only. 1 9 ja 9 and 9 1 ja 9. So identity for multiplicative identity for any number is always what? 1. 1 is called the multiplicative identity. So here this identity exists for multiplication, but for division it does not exist. You can see if we divide 1 divided by 5, then we will get 1 by 5, and 5 divided by 1, then what we will get? 5 divided by 1, then its value is 5. Here is 1 by 5 and here is 5. So both are not equal, means existence of identity. There is no existence of identity in division case, but multiplication, the existence of identity is 1. Now next property is inverse, multiplicative inverse. So what is multiplicative inverse? So let's check it. Suppose we let any integer a, and with what number we should multiply a so that we will get here 1 only. So definitely 1 by a if we will multiply, then a and a will get cancelled and we will get 1. Okay, so multiplicative inverse. But same thing if we will do, we will take any other number a except a is equal to 1, like 3, 4, any other number, then it will not happen. It will not come, because 1 by a is not an integer except a is equal to 1. If a is equal to 1, then 1 by 1 we will get its value 1 only. Understood? But with any other number like 1 by 3, 1 by 4, if we will take, it is not an integer. It will give the value in decimal. So here the multiplicative inverse does not exist. Multiplicative inverse does not exist under multiplication of integers. Same thing happens with the division also. Means when identity does not exist for division, then inverse also does not exist for division. There is no identity element of division, so there is no inverse also for the division. Now come to the property of 0. This is very important property, student. You have to pay attention. When we multiply any number with 0, we always get 0. Whether the number is very big or small. Suppose 50 divided into multiply by 0, we will get 0. 1000 multiply by 0, we will get 0. Okay, whether the number is very small or very big, if we get multiply with 0, we always get 0. And for division, so property of division, property of 0 for division is also very important. So look at here. Suppose 0 divided by any number, we will get 0. But any number, 0 cannot divide any number. You can see its value will never come. Just you can see divide and you can check out. 7 zeros are 0. So we have got 0 only. But if we will divide it, 0 1 ja 0, 0 2 ja 0, 0 7 ja also 0. We will never get 7 here. So this division is not possible. So its value is undefined. It is infinity. It gives value infinity, means undefined value. There is no value. So 0 cannot divide any number. But any number can divide 0. This always remember. 0 will never go in denominator. Okay. Now we have one distributive property. This is also very important property. Distributive property for multiplication, that says that distributive property. This property says if we take any 3 integer a, b, c, then a multiplied by b plus c will equal to a into b plus a into c. This will get multiplied with this, then plus, then this and this. Okay, you can check it with any value. Suppose a value is 2, b value is 3, c value is 4. Okay, so we know we do the bracket work first. 7 and plus 4 plus 3, 7. 7 2 ja 14. Let's see this side 14 is coming or not. 2 into 3 plus 2 into 4. So 2 3 ja 6 plus 2 4 2 ja 8. 8 plus 6 14. Both the side equal. Means a into b plus c will be equal to a into b plus a into c. This is called distributive property. Okay. Now we will come to the exercise questions. So the exercise question number 4. If the product of two integer is this and the other one of the integer is minus 24, we have to find the other integer. Very simple question. Okay. Look at here. So first of all we will let the other integer be x. So we know the product of two integer is equal to this. X is other integer and minus 24 is a first integer. Multiply it, we will get, we know multiplication will go this side, it will come in division. So minus, here also minus will get cancelled. You can cancel it by the table of 3. 3 8 ja 24, 3 3 ja 9, 3 3 ja 3 6 ja 18. 336 by 8 will be equal to, if you will cancel with the table of 8, we will get 42. Okay, 8 4 ja 32, then 8 2 ja 16. Then 42 is the value of x. Means the other integer is 42. Now question number 5, find the following product. Means you have to product. For this you should know first the sign rule. Sign rule for multiplication and division. If one integer is in plus, the other is in minus, we will get minus only. One is in minus, other is in plus, we will get minus. Both are in plus, then we will get plus, and both are in minus, then we will get plus only. Plus minus minus, minus plus minus, plus plus plus, minus minus plus. But what is the difference between the addition and subtraction one sign rule and here? The difference is that in addition and subtraction we were writing the number sign of the bigger number after calculating it. But here no need to write the sign of the bigger number. Just plus minus minus, minus plus minus. We will write these signs only. Look at here, you will understand it with some questions like first number, question number 5 first, 11 into minus 21 into 7. So this is in plus, this is in minus. Plus minus minus. So we will multiply it and give the sign of minus. Multiplied by 7, so just multiply minus plus minus and multiply. 7 1 ja 7, 7 3 ja 21, 2 will go in carry. Then 7 2 ja 14, 15, 16. This is the answer. B number, let's try 22 into minus 5. Just plus minus minus. First we will multiply 5 2 ja 10. 5 2 ja 10 and 1 11. Minus because plus minus minus. Now multiplied with minus minus plus. 11 3 ja 33 but in plus. Okay, no need to write the sign of the bigger number with multiplication and division. Yes, minus plus now minus. 33 into this, what we will get? We'll get here 3630, but in minus because one is in minus, other is in plus. Minus plus minus. So I hope you can do question number 5, other questions by yourself. Question number 6 also you have to try, students. Find the quotient. You have to simply divide it and find out the quotient. Okay, like this. 156 divided by 13. You can divide, cancel out. But if it is in minus, other is in plus, then minus 182 divided by 14. Cancel out and write the answer minus plus. Minus plus minus. Answer will come in minus. Suppose both are in minus, then minus minus plus. Its answer will be in plus. This is also okay. Can you do 0 divided by minus 10 will be equal to what? 0 only. 0 has no sign. Plus minus nothing, no need to give. Question number 7 also you have to try. Next day I'll explain you. Okay. Till then complete. Try to complete the exercise. Then we will discuss the word problems. Okay.